Greetings, I'm here to do my shadow of the week. My shadow of the week is my version of shop my stash or makeup bag of the week. I pick an individual shadow or a collection or sometimes a theme or sometimes just a color. And I play with that color throughout the week. At the end of the week, I get on, I do a debrief, I talk about what I did, what I liked about the product, what difficulties I might have had. For now, let me just announce what this week's Shadow of the Week is. This week's Shadow of the Week is actually a collection. It is the One Ring Collection by Pumpkin and Poppy. I am always delighted to have a Pumpkin and Poppy week. I love the way Veggie Beauty, as she's known on YouTube, or Christy Cuts Forth, as she's known on Twitter. I just love the way she combines color. This One Ring collection is gorgeous. Let me get started talking about that, and then I'll move to talking about the other products that I'll be using this week as well. Oh, and these, I have discovered, these are half-finger texting gloves, as they call them now, so I can put them on and keep my hands warm and still have the use of my fingers. I adore them. This particular pair is cashmere. I've gotten onto Etsy. I'm kind of looking around for some others. So if I have any knitters or crocheters out there and they want to make a few bucks before Christmas, let me know because I'd like to buy some of these. The thing I'm looking for is a dark color because if I get any kind of light color, it'll be filthy before I know it, and a thinner yarn. So those are kind of my two things that I really want. This particular pair stops about right here. I would like for it to go down just a bit further. So that's my little wish list on my half finger gloves. Love these things. But I'm not here to talk about half finger gloves. I'm here to talk about the One Ring collection. So let me get going with that. Perhaps the product I am most excited to try is this cream shadow called Lock Bearer. However, to call this just a cream eyeshadow doesn't really do it justice. It can be used on the cheeks, as I've used it today. It can be used on the lips. It can be used on the eyes. It can be used under pigments. It can be used on its own. This by itself is $8. I think it should be a friggin' cult product. So if you haven't tried Pumpkin and Poppy, try this first, and I bet you'll be hooked. The other product that is also eye, face, lip safe is this product, My Precious, which is a cream eyeshadow in gold. I actually used that in the center of the lip today over the Lock Bearer. So this is another one of those cream eyeshadow products, but both of these are more multitasking than that. There are 5 pigments. I'm going to start with Evil Eye because it looks the scariest. It's this orange color. It actually goes on really lightly. I have it on over Lock Bearer in the crease today. It can be used as a blush as well. One of the things I love about this is that it is semi-matte. It looks almost matte to me. It's just slightly easier to use than a matte, but it doesn't have a lot of shimmers or sparkles. It's a very, very pretty color. This on its own would be just $5 if you wanted to pick it up. I realize it looks kind of scary, but it really isn't a scary color at all. For those of you who like your neutrals, Archer might be more up your alley. It is a gold beige taupe color, very, very pretty. Used this one today. Strider is a matte hunter green. There are quite a few mattes in this collection, which is nice, and I find her mattes are easy to work with. I've had no problems with them. Shire is a duochrome, so this is the fancy shadow in the collection. It is an olive green with gold, and because I'll be playing around with that color this week, I took out this cream shadow from her Once Bitten collection, which is Lewis. And there it is. It's also an olive green with gold cream eyeshadow, a lot like that moss green from Maybelline. But Maybelline sells in China, thus is involved in animal testing. This would be a cruelty-free choice. The last shadow in the collection is a gray, and I sometimes have trouble with gray. I'm having no trouble with that at all. I have this on today. I lined with it. It is gray with the blue undertones. I would also say it has a lot of brown undertones. Very, very workable. So again, I lined with that today. I also have that orange color, that semi-matte orange color, Evil Eye under the eye. So you can see it's not really scary. It works quite well. Another part of this collection is this highlight called Lady of Light. Heard a lot of good things about this, already started using it, like it. It is safe for here, it is safe for here, here. It's a nice versatile product. I have it on here, I have it here, I have it in the corner, I have it in this corner, and it seems to work in all of those capacities. It's a nice little highlighter. The one product from this collection that I'm not gaga about is Even Star. Even Star is her formulation of a lip butter. I don't think it feels like a Revlon lip butter, but you really need to go on and hear Grace from Cosmetic Couture talk about it because she explains it better than I do. This is apparently a dupe for a Clinique lipstick that I don't know about. She used it in her tutorial over the Lock Bearer as a lipstick. It is moisturizing. I've been just using it kind of as a lip balm, but it doesn't have enough color on its own. So I'm kind of confused by it. You know, I put it on, but for me it just supplies moisture, which is fine. No problems with that, but I just don't quite get it as a color or a shade. But that's me because I like bright, bright lips. This collection also comes with a solid perfume. I really have a hard time describing perfumes or even recommending them. I feel like they're so personal. Other than a scent like pumpkin, yum, or chocolate orange, yum, I don't quite know what to recommend. So this is a very different perfume. I think, again, Grace Cosmetic Couture talks about it in a way that might help you make a choice. The whole collection is very reasonable. If you got everything and the perfume, it's $66. If you decide to get it without the perfume, it would be $58. The cream eyeshadows are $8. I think the pigments are $5. You could pick and choose which ones you wanted to try. But again, if you haven't tried Pumpkin and Poppy and you want to kind of know what the underground buzz is about, it's a small indie company, one-woman shop. But I would definitely get Lock Bearer. I just think Lock Bearer deserves a really, really big cult following. Other products this week. I am still using my Philosophy Duo. It is a green dot product. It has no parabens, no phenoxyethanol. I think it does, I'm sure it does have silicone in it, so if that bothers you, not a good choice. This is a glow primer, and this color is a blush. It's called Orchid. I use it just to contour the cheeks, so I have that on. I am also working on my Philosophy foundation. This is the Divine Cream to Satin Foundation, SPF 25. Good foundation for me at this time of year, except phenoxyethanol strikes again. So this is one that I'm just using up, and I will pitch it. I won't reorder this particular product. I am working through my Project Concealer Pan and my Project Foundation Pan. I am just starting to pitch some products when I know I'm not going to use them at all. But this one I'll work through. It's a good alternative. Don't like the phenoxyethanol, but like the foundation. For concealer this week, I'm going to use one of my natural alternatives. I'm going to use this My Shell concealer. It's mixed for me. It is moisturizing, yes, love that, but it doesn't give me enough coverage, and it also isn't bright enough for my under eye area. So I've used that this morning, but I've also popped on some All Natural Face Olive Pale powder over it to kind of brighten that under eye area. But I'm going to go ahead and work through this because this one is another one of those concealers that I have a chance of actually finishing, which would be great. So if I use this one diligently, I can get through it. I am using Une Beauty to touch up, and even though it's only, let's see, 10 o'clock this morning, I have already touched up. Of course, I've been up since 4:30 this morning because the time change threw me completely off base. This week is all about Pumpkin and Poppy. I use this contour a lot anyway. This is the Oak Bar Contouring Powder. Love this product. Works really well for me as a very, very subtle contour, like the way it looks up here on the hairline. Good product. For blush, I've taken out 3 by Pumpkin and Poppy. One is this rose gold blush. I really like this. The other is this blush called Kimber, and the full thing of this is in Florida. I just brought a little tiny pot of this home with me. It's a very vibrant pink corally kind of blush. And the last one I have, and again, the full size is in Florida, but it is Raja, which is a very bright orange, but I have mixed it with Cave of Wonders, and it creates this gorgeous, gorgeous kind of sand color. I've used that today over the Lock Bearer, but I love that combination of Raja plus Cave of Wonders. I got on the Pumpkin and Poppy site to check prices. There are 2 products that I wanted to get. One is I feel like I should get the Terra Moisturizing Bronzer, but I'm going to wait till summer because I'm not much of a bronzer person, and I probably wouldn't use it this time of year. But the one I wanted to try was a blush called Fire Dance, and I see it's out of stock. But when that one comes back into stock, I think I'm going to grab it. If I am feeling pale all over and I don't feel nervous about using a powder all over, I do have this Cave of Wonders finishing powder. I used this summer. It works well for me. So I'm going to keep that out and see if I can try that at this time of year and whether it'll be too drying for me. It may or may not be, but I'll give that a whirl. And I also have out my 3 lippies. So in addition to Lock Bearer, I will have Blood Roses, which is a beautiful pinky purpley red, Danny, which is a vibrant coral and smells heavenly. This is my favorite formulation. It's actually a little smoother than the other formulations, and it smells like caramel. This one's just my favorite formulation. Love it. Love all 3 lip pencils, but adore the smell and the formulation of Danny. The last one is Crucify, which is more of a deep purpley plum color, and I like this. It can be applied very, very lightly, or you can go goth with this puppy and make it really dark. I'm going to apply it really, really sheerly. I also can play around with putting my Precious over them to bring some light and some gold colors. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to this week, in addition to the fact that it's just a pumpkin and puppy week, and I love her collections, I just love the way she combines colors and love the way those colors look on me. My husband always compliments me when I wear pumpkin and puppy, and he doesn't even know. He'll just kind of out of the blue say, "Oh, I like your makeup today," and I think, pumpkin and puppy. One thing I'm really excited about this week is that there are 3 tutorials using this collection that are already up on the tube. And that's pretty cool because I am going to try them. Today I did my own and it looks like this. Miss JBM 22 put up a look and it is gorgeous and soft. Of course, Miss JBM 22 has a face like no other. She could easily be a model. If she's not, I don't know, she might already be one. She strikes me as the kind of person who could be a model for art photographers. Her face, the bone structure, the texture and luminosity of her skin, her features are just amazing. She did a look using this one ring collection. That is the softest of the looks. So I'm going to start with that tomorrow. She put little gems right here, which of course on her were just stunningly exotic and gorgeous. I won't do that. But the look itself was very, very wearable and gorgeous. Grace, Cosmetic Couturier, also did a look. Hers is just a little bit more intense. It uses a lot of the same products with this, well, they're all using the same products, but it uses a lot of the same placement of the products. It is also a gorgeous look, so I will try that on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the most intense of the looks was the one that Veggie Beauty did, which was really dark and dramatic. I'm not sure I'll go that dark and dramatic, but I really, really liked it. I do have a couple of her foundations. Her foundations use rice powder. I definitely wouldn't try that at this time of year. But I got a couple of those when they were on sale because she stopped doing the foundations to really focus on doing the color cosmetic line. But I have those, and if I feel a little too nervous about the intensity of that look, I will just kind of soften those a bit so that I can make them a little bit more appropriate for my age, my advanced age. I'm not quite as comfortable with the really, really intensely dark eyes because I'll end up looking like my Halloween look, which was the scary professor. That's it for my shadow of the week. I am absolutely ecstatic to be working with Pumpkin and Poppy again. Loving this one ring collection. So happy that I now have some other products to put with it. I've got blushes, I've got lippies, I've got the contour. So I can really play around with a lot of her products and come up with some looks. And I'm just really quite grateful and thankful and excited that there are already 3 looks using this collection. It takes me a little longer to work like that because I watch the videos, I take notes on the videos. Sometimes I'll use a few other products. I have to kind of go through my kit and see what I have that's similar. And plus I have to, as I'm putting the makeup on, check my notes, go step by step. But it's really, really fun every once in a while to see a makeup artist do a look and then to translate that look or adapt it. I've done that, for example, with a look by Jean-Francois CD. That is, in fact, the look that I have on in my profile picture. It ended up being just an amazing look and one I wouldn't have tried otherwise. I did another one with Baby Cakes, Brigitte and Cornelia, and they had a gorgeous one using the nude tooth palette it was, and that was a fantastic look. So I like doing this every once in a while, getting online, seeing how somebody does a look, taking notes on that look, and then trying to reproduce it. A lot of times I'll tailor it just a bit for me so that it kind of works with my eye shape, with my comfort levels, etc. But it really expands my repertoire of what I can do. So this week I think my theme will be getting by with the help of my YouTube friends. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not watching but you're out there doing makeup, I thank you as well. I would just really love the YouTube and Twitter beautyverse. It's the beginning of the week. It's Magic Monday, we'll call it. So make your week magical. Bye.